Welcome back, everyone. Super happy to welcome back to Good Day Live Ted Green. So good to see you again.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Your first visit here was to give us kind of an inside look at this documentary that you have completed. And now you're here because it's going to be shown in Terre Haute on Thursday this week. So first of all, welcome back.
Well, thank you very much.
For those that didn't get to see you the first time, I want you to kind of touch on the best we've got, the Carl Erskine story. You have put this together, and now folks in the Wabash Valley are going to get to see what a special man Carl Erskine is.
And you know, he has a lot of history over here in Terre Haute. He and his wife Betty were fixtures over here starting in 1970 with the very first Indiana Special Olympics Summer Games, and they were here ever since. Well, Carl Erskine is mostly known as a baseball player. He had a terrific career in the 1940s and 1950s with the Brooklyn Dodgers. He had 2 no-hitters. He set a World Series strikeout record. And, you know, he is now, at almost 96, the last man standing of the fabled Brooklyn Dodgers Boys of Summer.
Wow.
But really what this story is about, what the takeaway will be, is what Carl did off the field, especially in terms of diversity with his childhood best friend, Johnny Wilson, and then Jackie Robinson with the Dodgers. We have some really, some new journalism on that I think people will be really surprised by. And then perhaps even more so in the area of inclusion. What Carl and Betty did with their son, Jimmy, who was born with Down syndrome in 1960. And you know, sort of the headline of the whole thing is that Indiana, the whole country, in the last 120 years has gone from just awful in the treatment and acceptance of people with special needs to now, and Indiana was probably the worst of the worst. And now things have changed so much. Indiana is one of the very best in those regards. And people going all the way back who know the story well say that while it has taken a village for that kind of a sea change, the #1 reason is number 17, Carl Erskine.
You know, I had the privilege of meeting you, and it was the story that moved me because it impacted my life. When I told you of my aunt, who I know her life would have been different had she been born at a different time when Carl's impact had been felt. My grandparents, though, gave her the love that Carl and his wife gave to Jimmy. And I think it's that love and compassion that gave them something special, and it's going to give viewers a chance to know everyone has a place in this world. That's what this is going to do.
Well, that is my hope, and you're entirely right. You know, when Carl and Betty, when they had their 4th child, Jimmy, in 1960, the thing to do then, what all doctors recommended, was to institutionalize such children. Essentially, lock the door, say goodbye, and never come back. It's hard to imagine, but that was what they did. Well, Carl and Betty joined what is now called the parents' movement in the decision to bring their child home. But even beyond that, a lot of parents were doing that back then, but they were kind of keeping the child home, you know, whether they were, you know, they just didn't feel comfortable taking them out. Well, Carl and Betty took Jimmy out everywhere they went. And over time that, you know, at first it raised a lot of eyebrows, but over time there was less of that and there was more acceptance. And what we see today, so much of that, I do believe, is because, especially in Indiana, is because of the Erskine family.
Well, and the Special Olympics, as you mentioned, it is a staple in this community at Indiana State University, and is every single summer something that people look forward to and embrace and volunteer for. And he was instrumental in making that happen.
Oh, yes, and we get to show that in the film with, I think, probably the only footage there is of the earliest years of Special Olympics at ISU, and it was Carl's home movies. And we really go, I mean, Terre Haute has a lot to be proud of with this. I mean, I don't know if there's another state that has had the same host for 50+ years for Special Olympics. And again, you know, Carl and Betty were such a part of that. They were over here every summer to not just to cheer Jimmy, but to cheer all of the athletes. And they became those ambassadors. Special Olympics Indiana says, without question, the most important person in their history is Carl Erskine.
Well, we want people to see this film on Thursday, so it is coming up, and it's going to be taking place at the Convention Center, which is such a beautiful new facility that we have in downtown Terre Haute. So, folks, this is an opportunity for you to be moved, I believe, in a way that you never have, by a documentary, Ted, that I want you to know I, as a member of a family who understands the significance of what Jimmy played in their life, my Aunt Linda gave us that significance. And this kind of story moves people. It moves everyone. So thank you for what you've done.
Oh, boy, that's, and I tell you, we get a lot of reaction just like that. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for doing this, because it's a story that needs told. So I thank you. Folks, you got to get it. So the website, they can get tickets there right now?
They can right now.
Okay.
I'm told they're going fast. The convention center is just going all out for this. We are super grateful. The Carl is CarlErskineFilm.com.
Okay.
And you go to the screenings list and you can buy tickets.
It's right there, CarlErskineFilm.com. Go to the screenings, purchase your tickets. For $10, I promise you, your heart will be full and you will understand why Special Olympics is so important, not just to Terre Haute, but to the world, and why those two people you're seeing right there, why they made it all happen. And they're Indiana natives. So amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks once again.
Well, it's been an honor to work with you, help promote this movie, and just to see the work that you've done to make a difference in so many lives.
Well, and I'm so grateful to the whole community. Can't wait to be here for Thursday's screening.
We'll be there too.
All right.
Thank you so much, and stay with us, because we've got more to come on Good Day Live.